Okay, a couple of things I want to talk about on this Camaro conversion. Like our other conversions on vehicles, we now do all of our harnesses, we braid all the harnesses to give additional protection to the looms. Aesthetics, that just looks fantastic. And if you have a look, this loom in this car has been fully braided, so we use our braiding machine and that braids it using a PVC coated nylon to give it really good strength against abrasion. And yeah, we end up with a really nice looking product at the end of the day. So the whole loom has been flipped and reversed, and we utilize that method for protecting. So we don't use insulation tapes, we don't use convoluted tube, we use braiding. So nobody else in the industry actually does that. Something I've personally wanted to do for a long time, and finally we've actually got to that point where we're doing that. Another thing on these cars, this is the left-hand foot vent, just to deliver air to your feet for the front passenger. As you can see, just the quality of the parts that we're making. All of the ducting that we make on this car is actually polished. Even though you don't see it, if you look, you stick your head up under the dash, that's what you're actually going to see. You're going to see that nice polished part sitting under there. So just aesthetics, it looks really good. You know, there's all different kinds of ways you can use convoluted tube or all different kinds of methods to do your ducting, but you know, to me that there is as good as it's ever going to get. And look, we don't matte paint it, we actually flow coat all our parts, we send them to our finishing departments, and our finishing department sits there and polishes all the parts up to get a nice gloss on them. This is a driver's side vent, as you can see, same again, really nice and glossy, good looking part. So if anybody ever puts their head up under the dash, just looks really nice. Huge improvement to the Camaro with regards to the dash has been the angle at which we have made the instrument cluster face. We've actually mirror imaged the actual location of the instrument cluster. One of the major problems was the actual dials on the instrument cluster are offset, and they're designed for a left-hand drive vehicle so that when the cluster is facing the driver, they actually sit straight. As you can imagine, you bring that cluster across to this side and the dials are completely offset. So the way the industry has counteracted that problem is that they've actually rotated this whole instrument surround to face towards the door rather than face towards the center of the car. What that gives you is the illusion of the actual dials, or that the dials are in fact actually sitting flat to you, but the whole instrumentation is actually facing the wrong direction. The only way to fix that was to actually make this new insert. So what we've done is we've made this new insert and we've given ourselves an opposite offset. As you can see, the offset on the original was probably back to where my finger is here. As you can see, it's now nearly 2 inches of offset on that side towards the driver's door, and on the passenger side we've got less than 1 inch of offset. What that allows is for the instrumentation and the instrument cluster to sit exactly as the manufacturer had intended, facing towards the inside of the vehicle, to the center of the car, but your dials are now absolutely perpendicular to the center of the vehicle. So to the driver, you're looking at nice flat instrumentation, and that's the only way of achieving it. Again, you know, it's only a small thing, but it goes a long way to have all of these things when you're the owner of this vehicle, because you know, those dials are not facing the wrong way, or this instrument cluster is facing out that way. It's just one of those things that's going to continuously annoy you. So we fixed that problem, and you know, we know that the customers are going to be really happy with that result compared to what everybody else in the industry is doing.